Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear workshop. My name is Pat Baer, and hey, welcome. Things have been weird. Um, Hello Ultron. I'm gonna throw the Bear Cave emote in there. First off, waffle soup. Hello. Um, Thank you to Harold for hosting. Hygarian. Hello. Harold. Hello. Some real good people here already. Road. Hello, Road. Lashbrook. Hello. Um, Titus Grimm, hello. Um, Welcome. So there might be a few names in the chat that I'm not going to recognize that are going to pop up as subscribers because, Mr. Bob, hello and welcome. Some of y'all came out of the woodwork last night, and I'll get into that before we start building. I'll talk a little bit, and then we'll build, and we'll talk. Asmo, hello. Um, but yeah, I got a few new subscribers. I believe we added 7 of y'all since my last stream, all from last night, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. Um, we're going to build a Tallgeese 3. I got it right here. Board Ming picked this up. It's an expensive kit. It came out in 2015 as a master grade. Only time available. Limited number. Expensive on the aftermarket. Thankfully, Board picked that up for us, which is incredible. It is one of my favorite kits. I believe my favorite kit is tied for first is all the Death Sights, with Death Sights from Endless Waltz probably edging out the other two. Below that is the Epion, and then below that is the Tallgeese 3 from Endless Waltz. Hama, hello. Or Huma, I apologize if I don't know that one. Jam, hello, Jay. Hello, Santini. Wonderful folks already here in the chat. Usually we wait a couple minutes before we start building. And I have a lot to say about this kit because I love it, but elephant in the room. If you haven't followed my Twitter, you don't know this. I got notice yesterday that the theater I work in, there are 2 theaters in New York for the Upright Citizens Brigade, or UCB. One in Hell's Kitchen, one in the East Village. I work in the East Village location, and that is going to close in a month. 29 days from now, it'll close. And when it does, I will be out of a job. There is talk of maybe keeping me on for a little while beyond that to do some maintenance and take some stuff down. And I appreciate that, Hygarian. That's nice of you to say. Everybody has been very kind on the internet. Folks that know me very well personally, people that done comedy for years, folks that know me from Giant Bomb and now this and League of Heels and all that. If you don't know me from my day job stuff, it was at night, but I call it the day job because it's not this. Oh, Mr. Bob just subscribed to Twitch Prime 17 months in a row. I love that, folks. One, obviously, I love that Mr. Bob is like a day one. Board, hello. Board, I've got this kit. We're going to build this kit. Isk, hello. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Waffle Soup subscribed 3 months in a row. Thank you very much, Waffle Soup. But I love that, folks. When you renew, I love it when you do it when I'm on stream because it pops up. We can all see how long you've done it. It's archived. It means the world to me. From 3 months from Waffle to 17 months from Mr. Bob. Thank you, Lashbrook. I really appreciate it. Shadow, hello. I appreciate that very much. Yeah. So, I don't know quite what the future holds for me. I do know that in the immediate, I still have a job. I have a job until February. Other folks have not been so lucky in the world, obviously, and even in my community. To get that much notice, we'll go to the big screen here, is remarkable. I'm not going to sing their praises because, let's be real, it's not like UCB is going out of business. They're closing one of their theaters to refigure things out. Oh, thank you for the subscription as a gift. Hygarian just gifted a bunch of subs to Shadow, Zero, Mega Crane, Hama, Your Ugly Clone, Zorb says, "Hi Pat, bummed about the news. I hope things get better for you." I appreciate that, Zorbs. Welcome, Zorbs. Um, so bored. Last Saturday, gifted a bunch of subscriptions because I hit 250 hours streaming, and Hygarian just gifted a bunch of subscriptions. Um, and they're all coming up now. That was one more for Your Ugly Clone, which is, as Hygarian says, a very good name. Um, and Zorbs just subscribed with Twitch Prime for 3 months in a row, and I'm at 52 subscribers. And last week we were at 39. So thank you all so much. Um, let's throw the Bear Cave emote in there. Folks, if you don't continue after your 1 month, it's okay, and I'll understand. Use that Bear Cave emote. Enjoy your Bear Cave emote. Um, Thank you so much. I really do genuinely appreciate all the support. People have been very kind. Uh, Tallgeese 3, a suit, a class for a distinguished gentleman. I mean, look, folks, we talked about the Tallgeese before. It is armor based on, knights. It is a suit of armor as a mech. It is also in Endless Waltz. It definitely also pulls from the Epion with the tail whip, which in this case is the shield whip. Um, so and the in the kind of weapon, it definitely takes some cues from the Epion, and is a beautiful looking kit, which I've built a little bit to kind of warm my hands. We'll start building while I talk. Um, this is a lovely kit. Board, thank you so much for purchasing this. I'm thrilled to build it. And thank you all so much for your support, especially Hygarian. That's incredible of you. Thank you for all the gifts. And enjoy your subscription, folks. And know that you are helping me. As I said, I still have a job for a little while, and then I will have some sort of severance package. Isk just gifted a tier 1 to my boy. It looks like a mech wearing a mech suit. I love that. You're right, Zorbs. Uh, it does look like it's like armor on top of a mech. Uh, like it's a mech wearing an exosuit. Um, it's a beautiful kit. I think the colors are fantastic. This blue, you can see the blue doesn't my cameras don't do this blue justice. But this is a beautiful looking blue. The photos are obviously very well lit, but um thank you for that other gift. We're at 53 subscribers. That's clearly, obviously, the most I've ever had. I'll be saying that. Um, but yeah, people have been incredibly supportive, well wishes. Folks I haven't talked to in years reached out to me, which was so nice yesterday while I was at work, which was surreal as people started finding out what was going on. Um, I had some folks, that I haven't talked to in quite some time, that people who I knew for a while and didn't realize, meant something to in their creative endeavors reached out, which was fantastic, and it's been really nice to hear from folks. It says, "Love what you do for us, Pat. I lurk a lot, but it always helps to have a friendly voice on." And lurking is fine, folks. We got 20 viewers right now. If you're not a chatter, if you don't want to jump in on chat, it's totally okay. I understand that. Sometimes on like a Saturday, we'll have stuff to talk about for a while, especially with all this. I mean, we're going to have to talk about anime at some point, and there's a lot of fucking anime. All the anime is happening. I'm not caught up with all the, because stuff is coming out like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday right now. I do not have enough. There's too much anime. I did not watch all of it. Also, I was dealing with other things. But we'll talk about anime later, because that's what we do here. We do talk about anime. We talk about model kits. We talk about building. I'm going to talk about my life right now, because I'm going through a thing. What's an anime? Asks Harold. Very fun. Road says I'm playing Mass Effect 3 right now, so I'm the lurker. Okay. Yep, yep. Also must continue the hot dog minute. Santini, look, while we were building that kit that had a hot dog cart, it made sense. But I don't know. I mean, it's also very funny that you brought that up. But friends don't let friends ask questions about anime. Look, y'all know this. Don't because we're going to talk about it. It's happening. I'm excited about it. Uh, the Hunter x Hunter movie is going to be in theaters in the U.S. and I'm going to fucking go see it in a theater. I have got to pick my crew for that. But I've got some Hunter x Hunter fans who are friends of mine, and I did not get together a Brawly crew, but damned if I'm not going to get together a Hunter x Hunter crew. As soon as I know what my employment is for February, I'm going to try to go see that movie. It's a pretty good movie. It's not great, but also a lot of times anime movies aren't great. So, you get what you can. Let's see. This is a master grade shadow. This is the Tallgeese 3 master grade. Is the 1/100 scale. This is the Endless Waltz Tallgeese. It is a limited number of these were created. It was kind of an extra thing. Came out a few years ago. Board Ming picked it up off my Amazon wish list. Speaking of which, apparently some people bought me some kits off my Amazon wish list, and I'll make videos about that, and those will be out in the future. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled for that. But apparently, all right. So we got our cockpit here. Look up there. There's our cockpit, and then it closes it. It opens. It's right there. Ooh, no. Green screen stuff giving me a little issue there. But yeah, we got our cockpit built. We're getting a Gundam movie in theaters. Yep. That is true. It's I think they know that a limited release right now for stuff it works out pretty well as far as some anime movies. Not all anime, but certainly a lot of stuff. Like I knew the Brawly movie would end up in theaters. And because I'm in New York, I guess I could go to a place where I could see it subtitled if I wanted to. There'd be like midnight screenings. So that might do that, but I'm trying to be good about money right now. Does Detective Pikachu count as anime? Well, it's live action, so no. But it's CG, so... But it's not produced... It's more anime than the Sonic movie. I guess I can say that I feel like it's definitely going to be more anime than the Sonic movie. There. Anime adjacent. Oh, I got a cheer. I have to go moderate another stream, but you're amazing, Pat, and I wish you all the best. Thank you, Waffle Soup. Thank you for the cheer. Always appreciated. Yeah, folks have been incredibly supportive. I am happy to announce on stream that I will be now building 3 days a week. My Patreon had a goal of hitting $150. I said that if I just knocked a sheet over, so I have to put it away. If I hit $150 a month on my Patreon, let me focus there. Great. Nope. Yeah. If I hit $150 a month on my Patreon, I would have the money necessary to build 3 times a week because I would be able to purchase more kits. So starting on Monday, I am now going to be streaming 3 times a week. Mondays will be in the afternoon to encourage folks that, like our friend like Johnny Smashmouth, who is international across the waters, and other folks that have access in the afternoon and maybe don't have access in the evening. My hope is they'll be able to enjoy my streams on Monday, and folks that can't watch from 3:30 p.m. till 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on a Monday can still watch in the archive. And maybe it won't be the most viewership I've got, but it'll be good. Commander Canty, just subscribe with Just Prime. Thank you so much. We're breaking records here, folks. 54 subscribers. That's incredible. Thank you so much for all your support. Asmo said, I heard a review of the Brawling movie from a highly unlikely source today, the end of this week's premium episode of Chapo. Here's the thing. Much like Dragon Ball FighterZ and Dragon Ball, sometimes people who say they don't like anime, like anime. or people that you wouldn't think that you've never heard talk about anime. Because anime is not all about that time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's a great show. I'm going to talk about that episode 14. Good episode. But it's also about the stuff you watched on Toonami that you did it before you knew what the term anime was. Because at your FYE, they called it Japanimation. Uh, but I do fully believe that Dragon Ball is goes beyond. Thank you very much for that, Hama. I appreciate that. Bits and cheers are always appreciated. They allow me to keep doing stuff. You get me closer and closer to a nice payout, which all the money I make from Patreon and Kickstarter, not Kickstarter. No, I don't have a Kickstarter for this. Never have. I'll do another Kickstarter someday for something, but it won't be for this show. Um, uh, but yeah, all the money I make here on this channel, be it through Twitch or donations, all that, all goes into buying kits. And now that I'm going to be streaming 3 times a week with this, dang, I'm going to need some model kits. I've got a good backlog. Thankfully, I've got a good backlog, but I'm going to go through it if I'm adding 2 more hours a week of building. It was from one DBZan and a co-host who didn't know much about it. The newcomer's assessment. DBZ is about people trying to see who can get more pissed off, and that's pretty cool. I mean, that you're not wrong. Road says, I remember when One Piece first came to Tsunami, I was like, this is my fave thing ever, and saw like 3 episodes. Well, Road, you've got 800 more to go, 700 something more to go. I forget the number. But if you wanted to, you could fucking watch a whole lot more of that show if that was something you wanted to do. Like all shows of its kind, mostly anyway, One Piece takes a while, and then once it starts fucking cooking, it goes places and does things. And I stopped watching that show for years, and then like went back to it. I'm not caught up again. I always kind of leave it and then come back. One Piece is always there. You know what I mean? I got a Crunchyroll account. I'll fucking keep watching it at some point. But yeah, 3 streams a week. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do another game stream. I'm going to check out Twitch Sings again. I genuinely enjoy that. It lets me get my karaoke on. I think it's pretty fun. So I will be doing another stream of Twitch Sings. And I'm going to try for the first time to stream out of Twitch Sings instead of using OBS so that I'll be able to have my webcam be in the game or app, and that should be kind of interesting. We'll play with that. Zorbs, I might record a couple duets. The thing I have to do is I have to listen to the duet first before I do it live, because as folks who watched it may remember, there was it's not an incident, but somebody kind of freestyled some of their thoughts about Come On Eileen, which I had not previewed, and I was like, oh, you're not wrong. She was not wrong about any of her commentary about Come On Eileen, but it was a little distracting as I was trying to sing backup for a person who was just yelling about some of the dialogue. Let's see. The numbers on A are real weird, so we'll get that there. What's nice is there's a bunch of good One Piece guides. You can follow them if you want to just mainline the story. Skip a little filler. That's good to know, Board. I did not know that. Reading the manga is enough for me. Sector 7, that's still a lot of reading, so yeah, I understand that. But yeah, tomorrow night I'm going to do Twitch Sings. That'll be fun. Isk says, Pat, hey Pat, off topic, but do you have any interest in building any of the Overwatch Lego kits? You know what? I do. I wish I had pre-ordered them, but it always feels weird to me to to pre-order a kit instead of buying a kit that's going to show up sooner. And the prices kind of jumped really high on Amazon. They'll balance out some, so I should put them back on my wish list, but I took them off because they were very expensive. Um, I would I would enjoy building Diva's mech. I think that would be fun, and Bastion as well. Um, those could be a lot of fun. All right, so how does this work? Um, that. Hmm. Sometimes photos are small. Uh, this booklet is pretty tiny, so you know. But once I figure it out on one side, I can figure it out on the other. Uh, I stopped playing Overwatch long ago, but I still want the Transforming Bastion kit. Lashbrook, I totally understand. And it says I really want the Reinhardt kit. I bet that finished kit would look rad on my desk. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Like I said, um, I wish I had actually gone and pre-ordered them. I did not. So maybe someday I will do that. Okay, so this goes like this, and this goes like that. That. Oh, still looks pretty cool. Um, as I said, I love this Tallgeese. This Tallgeese is a beautiful kit. I'm very excited to build it. Uh, the colors are so vivid and nice. I'm very excited about this. So, of course, obviously, thank you, board, so much for this. All right, so ease. I'm also glad to do building. We did a bunch of Lego and we did some Dragon Ball figures. The Dragon Ball figures are pretty simple, so I'm happy to be building a mech again. I think that's fucking rad. I'm excited to work in and do some Gunpla again. Dragon Ball figures are nice. I did add them, and we'll talk about in the middle. I did add more to my what was I gonna say? Oh, I did add more Dragon Ball figures to my wish list, and also something from Dr. Slump, because that would be fun. That would be a cool, weird thing to build. Build myself a robot girl with a robot body underneath. Real weird. It's a real weird looking kit. I'd build that. That giant shark mech was pretty rad, though, says Board, and Board is not fucking wrong. Uh, Garmadon is incredible. That hot dog cart is incredible. That hot dog minifig, hot dog man minifig is incredible. Uh, that was totally worth both of my Amazon gift cards that I had gotten, plus some money, because that kit fucking rules. I also had that Optimus Prime in my wish list, and I definitely do that. And then I put some some Zoids in there. I always want to say Zords. They're not Zords. They're Zoids. I put a couple Zoids in there because it might be fun to build a Liger. I certainly spent my share of time building Zoids in the 90s. Wouldn't mind going back to that a little bit. All right, so this is gonna go. How does this lock in? A lot of interlocking pieces instead of like clipped in pieces here. It make me a little nervous because I'm not 100% sure I know how to. Oh, okay, so it goes like that. That would make more sense. Great. Figured that out. As always, once I figure it out one time, makes it a lot easier on the other. There was so much food talk. It was great. Yes, there was lots of food talk. You're not wrong. I'm also right now very full of fatty, greasy foods because I deserve it. I had pizza for dinner, and it had sausage and pepperoni on it, and it was great. But yeah, I mean, I just got, I'm not eating my feelings, but I am appreciating food. I am on a diet. I do have things that I am restricting myself from eating generally, which I made certain conditional exceptions for a limited time. I can't believe the conversation never devolved in, should hot dogs talk? I mean, they should. Yes. I think hot dogs should talk. Uh, on my laptop, I have a I think dogs should talk. No, I think dogs should vote. That's what I said. I should have dogs should vote as a sticker that Kate Leth made. So if you're ever at a convention that Kate Leth's at, she might have that available. I'm not going to say for sure she does, but she might. It's a good sticker. I'm not, it's over the Alienware logo on my laptop because they are not a sponsor, and I do live shows on that are also archived. So hey, you know, Alienware, get at me if you want. If you want sponsorship, we can talk sponsorship. I hold no sponsors right now, but I am available for sponsorship. Because as we said, I don't have a job next month. I got a meeting next week. I sent my resume to a few friends, talked with a couple people about things. I updated my resume, and tomorrow I'm going to be on fucking LinkedIn. Can't believe I'm finally going to be on LinkedIn. I've been able to avoid it my whole goddamn adult life. But I'm going to join LinkedIn because I need a job. I did get asked by somebody if I had considered trying to make a go of this full-time streaming, I should say. Like, try to get my viewership up, apply for so that I can apply for partner, um, and not right now. Um, it is totally something that would be incredible to do, certainly, if I found myself in a situation where I could get become a full-time streamer. It would change certain things in my life would have to drastically change. Most significantly, like I'd have to move to somewhere way cheaper. Can't really live in New York on a newish, full-time streamer salary. That doesn't really work. So, um, it's something that I certainly, thought about. Like, oh, I guess I could really ramp stuff up, and I am going to be ramping things up as far as performance goes or streaming goes, but not. I'm not at a place where I can uh, basically make this my job or career. Is that the wrong piece? Sometimes I pull the wrong piece out, so I want to see if I pull the wrong piece out. We got going on here. Joseph, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hungarian says, wish I could help, but living in Canada and not being an even kind of related field doesn't help. No, Hungarian, you helped a whole lot. Yes, I pulled the wrong piece out, so put that aside. That happens. When I go to clip out the piece that's the right piece, I'll be like, where did the right piece? Where's this piece? And then I'll figure that out. I did pull the wrong piece out. That happens. But we caught it early enough, and I didn't spend too much time just being wrong. So that's good. All right, so I got to put that up. Have you considered a life of crime? No. Yeah. No. No. Ask God, do companies still use LinkedIn? And Rhodes says, for a very long time, I read LinkedIn as one word. I felt dumb when I finally got it. LinkedIn, yes. I thought it was just LinkedIn. And I was like, oh, I don't know what that means. Also, for a very long time, it did not occur to me that Craigslist might be Craigslist. Did not occur to me for a very long time that Craigslist might be a guy named Craig made a thing. Made like online personals and in the back of papers, but like online. I did not think of that. I did not get that for a very fucking long time. It's real stupid. Anime crime is cool. You're right. The Baer lair. And always wear the skeleton hat. I mean, yeah. That's along the lines of selling out in order to increase my viewership. I guess I could start trying to really sell out. I'm not currently interested in selling out in that way. As always, uh, it would be great if people wanted to, support me and tell their friends if they can't financially support me. Tell people that you think would like this stream about this stream. That stuff is always very helpful. Mr. Bob brings up a fun thing. Have you thought going full time in the con industry? So, among the people that I reached out to a lot of people that work in industries that I have friends with and have worked tangentially with, but not, as my job. And one of those were people that produce conventions for a living. I reached out to a couple people that do that because I dropped sorry about that. Dropped a sheet that I need. Because I was like, well, it doesn't hurt to ask. And I have not, gotten necessarily confirmation about anything, but I have reached out to see if that's something that people would be interested in having me do. I don't know. But, the nice thing is over the last dozen years, especially the last few years in particular, I have been very lucky to meet incredible people in a wide range of fields. And so it did not feel wrong for me to reach out to a few of those people to say, hey, if you hear about anything cool, or if you're looking for someone that I'd be right for, let me know. And we'll see. I've certainly helped make a little bit of money for some people, including Reed. So I don't know if I have it in me to live the con life, like as a job, like to produce to like roll into a city for one day or 2 days before and one day after, and then roll back to the office. I don't know if I have that in me, like that side of it. I might. You got to understand that. I mean, y'all pretty much understand. I am 38, so I'm not a 20-year-old who that is kind of like the perfect job in many ways. But I'm also like experienced in the field and could handle the job. I just don't know if it'd be right for me. Full-time carny. That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. League of Heels commissioner. Full-time wrestling announcer. Those are. Did I reach out to an independent wrestling organization? Yes, I did. I did do that. I don't know if anything's going to come from it, but I did reach out to a currently active, not one that has a show in their first show in May, an actually active wrestling organization. I reached out to them to say hi, and that I'm available starting soon, just to see what's up. It's part of my list of people to reach out to and say hi. Just here to say what's up. Would you host a TV show on the Golf Channel where you interview professional wrestlers about golf? I would have to do more research about golf, but yes, I could learn more about golf. Interviewing former or current professional wrestlers about anything sounds fucking cool. It's a tough life on the road. Living in hotels week to week can be rough. At the same time, expensing everything works out. I think it'd be way funnier if you know nothing about golf. I appreciate that. Carnival Barker, yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty good hype person. Also, my years of improv training and my ability as an improviser, thinking off the cuff, certainly would help with that. Uh, we got a lot of options here, folks. What's probably going to happen is I'm going to end up working at another comedy theater or a off-Broadway theater in New York. I don't know if I'll run the program. I don't know if it'll be part-time and I'll work a desk job somewhere else. There's definitely, certainly interest among myself to maybe try to find some more day hours so that I can stream at night a little bit more. So maybe, I'm up for things. I'll probably end up at another comedy theater, is my guess. Um, did I tell you my golf show idea while drinking? I don't believe so, Mr. Bob. Uh, I just had a vision where all ends with Pat headlining Wrestle Kingdom 17. I mean, that's interesting. I certainly don't think I'd be headlining it. But no, I did reach out about to a wrestling promotion that I am incredibly loosely affiliated with, that is a real, actual independent wrestling promotion and not a goofy joke thing like I do in my real time. I also need to put more hours into that. I got to book some talent for that show soon. Once we get to the 2-month window, then I'll start booking more talent. Improvised post-mortem. It's going to happen. PAX. So, here's the thing. I've got an Airbnb booked. I have not bought my train ticket. I am under the impression and working under the impression that I will be able to go to PAX East. I think it will happen and it will not be a problem. That is the assumption that I am working under. And if that changes, it changes. We'll figure that out. But right now, I believe I'm going to PAX East. So, my life is kind of up in the air. But the things that I know for sure that I will keep streaming. Because even if I have to work 7 nights a week and I got to stream in the daytime, and I got to move and give up the times that I enjoy, which is, Thursday nights and Saturday nights. I enjoy these nights as streaming nights. If I got to give that up, or I got to move it all to the weekdays because I got to work on the weekends, I'm going to make changes because while I do genuinely and earnestly love doing this, and am dedicated to continue to do this, I also need to pay my rent and buy food. So I'm going to pay my rent and buy food. Just carpool with GB. I mean, that's also, depending on how many people, it's certainly a possibility. Mr. Brown says, I can pick you up for PAX East if you don't mind holding a dog or two. I appreciate that, Mr. Bob. I did get a ride back from Alex, one PAX, which was awesome. And I got to meet Vinny's kids because we made a stop at Vinny's place first, and it ruled. It was really nice. But that's because they didn't have a lot of gear to bring back and were able to take my stuff. But I'm sure they want to hit the road before I do, which is now late on Sunday or Monday. So, but honestly, of all the costs associated with going to PAX, my train ride on Amtrak is not one of them. I mean, I'll take a bus if I have to, add another hour to my trip and take a bus. That's not going to be an issue. Normally, what I end up doing is, okay, we're done with that part of the sheet. Normally, what I end up doing is I just take the train, and it's fine. It's Amtrak. It's the regional. I get my, I get some work done. I pull out my laptop. Wi-Fi usually works. Sometimes it doesn't. Usually does. And I'll get some work done. But I'll take the Chinatown bus if I gotta. It's mostly a thing of, do I have time to go do it? And I think I will. But yeah, Improvised Postmortem is going to happen at PAX, so that'll be great. Because that show has been really fun. And I added Found out a friend of mine who I did not know was going to be at PAX is going to be there, and so that's rad. And then I got some old favorites coming back for that show, as always, so that'll be good too. And there'll be wrestling, and we're going to do the Rumble. The Rumble's going to be real good. Aaron and I need to talk about all that stuff, but it's hard because he has a business that he is running that is not a wrestling show. So weird that he doesn't have time to talk to me sometimes because of his small business where he's the only employee. Ugh. It's like, sure, dude, cool, but like, what's up? Please talk to me about my dumb stuff. So we're working on the head right now, and this is being annoying, so that's always fun when things are annoying. Oh, there we go. Got it. Cool. Got that together. All right, so we got to build our helmet, which is a lot very night looking. Oh, we're going to do a sticker as well, so it's time for a stick. There's only a couple stickers here, so we're going to attempt them because there's two. If there's only two stickers, I'll give it a shot. Can't promise anything. I mean, there's water decals, but there's only two stickers. Mr. Bob says, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for East. I got my stuff taken away. I assume you mean your stuff taken care of. I'm going to do that. I'm so excited that this is the thing. Heck yeah, Mr. Bob. I think I understood what you meant. But yeah, PAX East should be fun. I also got invited on a panel that I have done before that I don't want to say the name of because, you got to wait for it to get actually booked and announced. Not my job. Taken care of, yes. So I figured, Mr. Bob. I do have a show next Friday. I feel like I should use "Please talk to me about my dumb stuff" as every email subject I send for work from now. Asmo, you could do a lot worse than that. That's a pretty solid one. Yeah, you could do a lot worse. Let's see. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I have a show next Friday at 10 p.m. if you're in the New York area. It's January 18th. It's called Shit Arcade. It's Mike Drucker's show. Mike Drucker is a fantastic, funny person. He's worked at Late Night. He currently works for Samantha Bee. Mike worked at Nintendo and at Treehouse, and then also worked at Up at Noon for IGN. Was a staff writer for that show. Knows his stuff, has a great show. He's this week he is in San Francisco for Sketchfest. Which is more likely? Hollywood Gundam movie will be good, or we get Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2. Mr. Bob says, never saw the show, but Season 2. I mean, I don't expect the Gundam movie to be good. So, understanding that you don't expect those to be good, I think is probably the more reasonable thing. How is this supposed to look? Y'all, I gotta know. I gotta look at... Like that? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. I think I put this on right. I don't know. We'll find out later if I put this sticker on wrong or not, but I think I did it right. It's green, so I got to show you on this one, but I think I did it okay. Yeah, I think Dragon Maid was pretty popular, particularly in Japan, and the OVA did very well for them, the special. So I could see us getting a sequel to that. Might take a little while. Sometimes those things do. Uh, I'm getting another season, Chiafu, so I think it's possible. Yeah. You never know, Board. We can talk a little bit about anime. So there's a bunch of new shows, and I have not watched all of them because I was fucking busy. But I will talk about. Uh, let's see what's here. Um, uh, I will talk about one show that is not yet new. Good night, Harold. I'll see you later. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for everything, Harold. Let's see. What? Oh, we've got episode 14 of That Time I Got Reincarnated as Slime. Lots of very good action. It was more poignant than I thought it would be. You got a little bit of a sense of where a minor character was coming from, which I thought was very cool, and the action was pretty fucking rad. Um, I'm excited that it's a double season, that we're going to get 22 episodes of that show because I very much enjoy it. So I am definitely happy that we're getting more of that. It's like a lot of a show. Um, that didn't sound right. Uh, but you know what I mean. I'm glad it's 22 episodes. That's cool because it's a cool show and I like it. Um, let's see. Um, Something else I want to say about that. More Dragon Maid and more interviews with Monster Girls is a dream. Yeah, Shadow, they got to fucking make up for that OVA being not great. Just ends like I understand that some of that show is a little creepy, but that OVA episode 13 puts a real bad taste in my mouth. It really ended way creepier than it had any right to be, and I was not thrilled. So I would like another season of Monster Girls because I actually think it's uh, a pretty damn cool show. Oh shit! Jumped the gun on this. So I gotta do more work. All right. So then I gotta put this piece. The other sticker. We'll get the other sticker done. It was a face sticker. Who would have thought? I really like about Slime is that he is overpowered. It's crazy, but his level of compassion is just as high. Yeah, Board. It's nice. It's still anime and it's still isekai. It's still a harem genre of reincarnation and everybody loves you kind of show. Um, but I think partially because he is an older guy, he's fucking my age when I say older guy, but he's not a young teen character. It does allow for him to be a little more nuanced. Uh, and I think that it pays off really well, and that it's like really fun to watch him be like trying to build a cool society. Because he's like, well, if I got to take care of all these people, at least they can be kind and nice. And the overpowered stuff is fun because he still gets surprised. Because there's still abilities that like kind of throw him off. Because he doesn't know everything. He's not omnipotent. He's just incredibly powerful. All right, So I got this silver sticker, and there's going to be a clear piece that goes over it, which you can't really see because it's clear. But I've got this silver sticker that I got to put on this piece here, so I'm going to try to be very careful with it and kind of put it in place and then seal it on there. Oh, there we go, got it. So then we'll just press it on there with our wedge. But yeah, interviews with sorry, what's it? That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Very good. Uh, I watched a couple more episodes of Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, and people really love it. I'll try it again another time. I'm just not feeling it right now. It just didn't hit me. I know that people really do enjoy that show. I just have not been able to find the love for it. Um, I know there is love for it. It's just not hitting me like it hit other people. All right, now I gotta put this piece on here. Um, so new show. Well, it's not new. Uh, but season 2, episode 1 of Mob Psycho 100. Hell yeah! Made me feel good. Uh, it was incredibly well written and well paced and felt very much like the show, but also like doing a little new stuff, but its own vibe of it. Uh, and I'm totally into it. So psyched we have more Mob Psycho. Um, I will most likely, even though it is the name of the show, because I do not like the term psycho, do not appreciate it, I will most likely just refer to it as Mob or Mob 2. I am not telling you what word to say or what not to say. I'm just saying the same way that I did not want to call the Psycho Zaku. I don't enjoy that, so I probably won't call it Mob Psycho, but I will say Mob was real good. It's real good. I really liked it, so. Oops, oh no! Piece flew out. But yeah, it was still really good. MP 100, yeah. Bored, I would recommend, I believe Mob is a cool show that you will like. It is weird, but it has so much heart, and the art is really strong, and the fight scenes are really inventive, and its use of budget for some of those is kind of incredible. Uh, they spend money in some interesting ways on some fight scenes and art. Uh, it's pretty great. I have not watched Chihuahua Pugs. I have not watched Promised Neverland. I don't know if I'm going to because, like, we got to get out of this orphanage. Young kids try to outsmart some stuff. Some of that sounds real cool, but I don't know if my heart can take it. I just don't like shows where kids are maybe gonna fucking die. I don't know. So I don't know if my heart can take that. So I might not watch that show. It seems kind of cool. I know some people who read the manga really liked how it looks or it came to life. So that's good. I'm happy for them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Um, yes, Shadow. I think the Zombieland entrance or opening theme is Zombieland Saga is my favorite. I like it more than the show because I really didn't love the show. I like the show, but I didn't love the show. Um, and then WATATEN. An angel flew down to me. If the main character was a college boy and not a college girl, I would not watch any more of WATATEN. An angel flew down to me. It seems very cute because that's basically the idea is college otaku she has a younger sister. Her younger sister brings home a very cute friend who is a girl, and this otaku is fucking psyched about it, and it's just that, and she's like shy and kind of really can't talk to people, and maybe these awesome, cool young ladies will entice her to be more of a person and come out of her shell. And I'm going to give it a shot. So that's a show that I tentatively I'm going to keep watching. It could be another It could be a show that I'm just like, no, because like I didn't watch the like chess show about the guy that teaches the young girl, and then he also ends up teaching a bunch of young girls, and they're all in love with him. I don't want to watch that. I didn't want to watch that show, so I might not want to watch this one either. Uh, Chihuahua Pug says don't watch episode 1. Then I assume you mean of Promise Neverland. Yeah, I just don't know if my heart can take it right now. I'm in a weird place where my emotions. I'm trying to be a human and express myself and have emotions and do the whole thing and be a real person. But I don't know if I can handle that. Like you know the Vine dance where the guy does the arms and he dances real weird and his legs move? I watched a video of a bunch of Spider-Men do that, like at a convention, and then when the line passed, all of a sudden another spider person would jump out of the line uh, and join, and so they're Spider-Men. Uh, and it just built, and then people were like cheering, and that made me cry. So I'm like trying to be cool and figure things out. Uh, but that's where I'm at right now. So I don't know if I can deal with like stuff. Like if someone was just like a dog dies in this anime, I'd be like, "Well, I'm never going to fucking watch that." I might, but not right now. Like no fucking thank you. Uh it was fucking cool. Uh that parade of Spider-Men walking around was really neat and I don't know. I honestly thought Girly Air Force was going to be a spinoff of the anime they were making in Shirobako. Was disappointed it wasn't. No, yeah, I have not watched. There's a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I now have things in my queue. Let me go to my queue and see what I'm gonna check out. Uh, for Saturday, I will have checked out a few things. Um, I'm going to check out the first episode of the Quintessential Quintuplets. That's a romance show where a high school dude tries to earn some money by tutoring. It turns out that his subjects are five quintuplets who are all his classmates. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be good. My roommate is a cat. I'm ready to fall in love with a show about a writer and a cat that are just trying to fucking make things work and become friends and grow together. And Girly Air Force. I'm going to try that. I assume Girly Air Force is going to be another one of those like, well, things were bad until this one not special dude showed up and now things are turning around. I'm assuming that's what Girly Air Force is going to be, but I'll give it a shot. Uh, and then there's also Enro. I got to check that out. And Dororo. I got to check that out. I watched a clip of Dororo, and I was like, yeah, all right. I played this video game. I'll check this thing out. Because that seemed pretty cool. Seemed like it'd be something I might want to check out. Board says, I watched it. Well, you hit the nail on that. I'm assuming you mean Girly Air Force, that it's like this not special dude showed up and now things are better. Yeah, that's what I figured that show was. But, like, you know, it can still be good. Oh, I got any four of these. Okay. Did you watch Gridman? Final scenes kicked my ass. Yeah, so I thought I knew what the big reveal for that show was. Like, I thought I knew. And then it turns out that I did not know what the big, because there's the like, here's the twist, and you know, and then there were like, oh wait, there's also this gut punch, and I was like, oh fuck. But overall, happy I binge watched Gridman, and I did enjoy it. Um, but yeah, the that gets a little rough at the end. It's still very good, but Trigger is still Trigger. So that's, I think, the easiest thing to say about that show. Is they're still pulling their shit. Um, but it's beautiful. Yeah, so those are the shows I want to watch. Did Enro? When does Enro actually come out? I'm really quickly looking at the season lineup. Oh, also Magical Spec Ops. I have to watch that. When does that come out? I have to check that out. Sorry, folks. Hold on. I'm doing stuff. Let me go look at the winter lineup and see. Oh, Cold Scar, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I don't know when Magical Girl Spec Ops happens either, but I'll check that out. I think I talked about this in another video. Magical Girl Spec Ops seems to be a thing where aliens showed up or other dimensional things showed up. Magical Girls happened. They won. Magical Girls went through a lot of shit. There's terrorism. Let's make a task force of former Magical Girls that are now high school girls. I'm like, all right, I might check that out. It seems pretty cool. I don't know if it will be, but it seems pretty cool. Let me see the lineup. So, Enro is on. Oh, that's going to be on Saturday. Okay, so I'll hopefully check that out on Saturday. Maybe that'll have to wait till next week, but that seems pretty cool. When is? Yeah. Okay, and then tomorrow is Magical Girl Spec Ops. Okay. All right, that's good to know. Crunchy has it, but does not have an air date. Yeah, so it did kind of have a loose air date. Looks like the next two shows that I want to watch are tomorrow and Saturday. Enro seems I need another slice of life, y'all. I love a good. You know me. I mean, you at this point, y'all know me, and you know how I feel about slice of life shows, in that I fucking love them. So a slice of life show about a bunch of heroes, or wannabe heroes, they're all friends and are going to go on adventures, sounds real good to me. So I'm going to definitely check that out, because that seems like exactly what I want from my for another show, because yeah, like I said, I could definitely use another slice of life. All right, so we're building elbow here, and then we will add the parts together, and then we will do exactly the same thing, but with the other C, which is not there, which is C2. But yeah, so there's some anime stuff that looks kind of cool. I'm excited about. Like I said, now that I'll be streaming 3 times a week, it's good that there's a bunch of anime, so I have something to talk about. Oh, in the last episode of Black Clover, I watched since the last time I streamed. And Black Clover, it was nice. It was a nice episode. Somewhat informative. You know, it's now in the... there was a lot of action, now there's less action. But it was kind of fun. After all of the height of Asta having, like, somehow unlocking incredible amount of power, it was nice to have like and now whatever, relax for a bit, y'all. Let's all relax a little bit. That was good. Congrats on hitting the Patreon goal. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm going to take a break after I complete this step here. I'll take a break, and then I'll talk about that. But yes, I'm going to now be streaming 3 times a week. I would love to have a little bit of a buffer, because once I hit $150 or $300, then I can start doing more stuff, but 150 a month was what I needed to justify streaming 3 times a week that were build streams. Because I'll do other streams, but 3 times a week is a build stream, is what I'm at right now, which is cool. I'm very excited to do that, and grateful. Cute red cat in black clover. You're not wrong, Chihuahua Pugs. The threads of... Also, she uses thread magic, and now she has a cat that can kind of alter reality to benefit her and her friends, and it's the threads of fate, because she can change her fate. And I think the threads of fate is a good way to connect ridiculous magic that she has to other magic that she has, and as a justification, well, oh, they're the threads of fate, and also in the form of a cute cat is just fun, because she's got a witch familiar now that's magic. She's got a magic witch familiar. It's good. It's a good bit of business. I like that show. I wish that the dude obsessed with his sister would just, like, go away forever. I don't find that funny or cute or fun. It's not fun when he says terrible, dumb shit like that. It's like, get the fuck out of here, character. But I don't have any control over that. And I do know that coming up, the poison wizard, whose gag is that he looks like Marilyn Manson, and people are scared of him, and that he kind of mumbles or whispers and people don't hear, but he seems like a real good guy. He's going to have some action, and that's going to be great. Because I like when joke characters turn out to be really strong. That makes me really happy for that. Like Charmy. Charmy from Black Clover. Charmy is a best girl. I don't use that term lightly. But that seems pretty... She's great. She's very strong, but goofy. And I think that's awesome. And I love characters that have like a chibi attitudes or chibi side, and then they can get fucking serious. And when they get serious, watch out. I love shit like that. That's very fun. There almost always is a Minetta to make things a bummer. Shadow, you have fucking nailed it. Every ensemble needs a character where you're like, get the fuck out of here. Right now, I'm happy that Slime is just that there's a lizard man who is annoying, who thinks he's awesome, and I did not die in that battle, and maybe I kind of wish he had died in that battle. But I'm happy that this guy's annoying is the only really, truly bad thing about Slime right now. That's the only character I don't enjoy. Is a character that I just wish is like a little annoying. He's not creepy, he's just annoying. So I'm like, okay. That sounds good. Also, they went so many episodes before he got introduced. So I can't complain too much. Okay, so, Lord L. Melio, trying not to type the whole name because it's too damn long, looks interesting. It's a spin-off of one of the Fate seasons. Yes. Yeah, it's like a minor character has like an investigation crew. I haven't watched that because, as we all know, I don't know jack shit about the Fate series. I've watched one Fate show, and it was Today's Menu for Emiya Family, which is beautiful, and I can't believe they did 13 episodes because I thought they were only doing 12. The 13th episode is not as good as some of the other ones, but it was still fucking good enough, and that show rules because it's just cute and nice, and I know that some of those characters have it really rough, so it's fun that there's a show where they get to have fun and do fun things. And Saber is great, and people were right. I knew it. I knew they were right, but now I know for sure. Saber rules. All right, we're going to take a brief break here. A pause for the cause, as they like to say. Hello, here's Big Me. I'm going to zoom back a little bit. Hi. First of all, new folks who are subscribers or or just give me a follow. If you can't subscribe, but you saw on Twitch, you got a retweet about my current issues, and you were like, "Oh, I'll follow Pat Baer. Oh, I'll check out the stream." Consider giving me a follow and turn your notifications on so you know what I'm streaming. I now stream Thursdays and Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern, and on Mondays from 3:30 p.m. till 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll have Monday afternoon stream starting next Monday. Thank you for everybody that is a subscriber. Consider renewing that subscription when it happens. If you've been gifted a sub, because we had, I'd say, about 10 gifts over the past week. So next month, when that runs out, consider renewing. One of the things, the benefit of being a subscriber is, one, I get to keep doing this. And two, the very last stream of the month, which will be... it'll be on Friday, January 31st. Friday, January 31st, I'll give away a model kit, or it'll be 2 Lego sets that I've built on stream. So that's an easy way to get yourself something free. Because I just draw a name from a subscriber and send it out. There are other ways to support me. One is join my Patreon. As I said, I now have, by like $1 or $2, just enough to stream 3 times a week. So you can join my Patreon if you don't want to subscribe here. If you'd rather give Patreon your money instead of Amazon. Or if you'd rather spend your Amazon money on my wish list, I'm going to put that in the chat. It'll be also, all this is in the show description on Twitch. Just going to run through a few things, then we'll get back into the build streaming, and we'll keep working on the arms here. I put a few more Dragon Ball figures. I put some more Lego sets up. I put a couple cheap Lego sets up that I would, if those were bought by somebody or I bought them, those would be the road kits, because they're like 200 pieces or 100 pieces, and they would go with me on the road to do like on a road stream for when I travel. I put some Zoids up, some expensive Lego sets. Apparently some kits got bought off my wish list. There's a big mech with a giant tire that I'd love to build someday. That's very expensive, so maybe don't buy that. But yeah, that's my wish list. I also have a tip jar. A few people gave me a couple bucks here and there, which is great. And all that, anything from my tip jar. Sorry. Apologize. I'm going to drink a little water here. Sorry about that. Anything from my tip jar, anything from Patreon or ad money from YouTube goes to me buying more kits. I have a Discord. You should join my Discord. It's called the Build Bear Community. I post photos. People post photos of things they're working on. People promote themselves in the Promote Yourself category. So if there's something that you're working on and you're a member of the Discord, you can do that. As I mentioned, Shit Arcade is a thing that I am part of next Friday night. So come see that. And, background and characters. This was the thing that I was, like, the big thing I was going to talk about. We'll get back to building while I talk about background and characters. I'll put the link there for the first one. And then we'll get back into building and I'll talk about it. So, every Wednesday on YouTube, and on Tuesday, people get it early, the people that are $5 or $10 crew for my Patreon will get that early. But yeah, I got a new video series, and I'm very excited about it. It is called Background and Characters. It is all short comedy monologues as a character. The idea is that I will go and find a random image on a random image search site, download that image, and then create a character in front of my green screen with that image. So the image is the background, and I do a character, and grounded is a descriptor of characters. So backgrounded characters. As always, I'm pretty okay at naming things. And that's not a name that anyone else has for anything that I could find easily. So if there is a thing called backgrounded characters out there, they do not have good SEO because I couldn't find them. Uh, but yeah, I'm very excited about it. A lot of the stuff I've been doing lately has been, especially last year into this year, has been funny things and fun things, but not comedy. And I am a comedian. So it was important to me to start to do more comedy shows and comedy things. Doing Shit Arcade is a comedy show. I'm excited to do that. And I'm listed as a comedian, not as a video gamesman. So that's important to me to have that. So that's why I created Background and Characters as a new thing. It'll be weekly. I have a bunch, as they say, in the can that I did all at once. And I'll be a mixture between using this microphone and some handheld. And eventually I'll probably borrow a lapel mic and do a bunch with that. But I want the sound to be good. So I'm working with what I got to make sure the sound is at least okay. All right, so we got some arm stuff going on here. And now we'll feed those arms into stuff here. A6. Great. But yeah, I thought that would be fun. Oh, also, I sometimes forget this. As I said earlier, bits and cheers are always appreciated. If you want to support the channel, bits and cheers, you go to the leaderboard there, and those make the payouts from Amazon, from Twitch come out sooner. I am dedicated to continue streaming. As I said, is with my new job, I have to change when I stream. I will do my best to continue to stream 3 times a week and do build streams and do other streams. Like tomorrow, as I said, tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to start singing at Twitch Sings. I'm going to use the Twitch Sings app. I'm going to stream from it instead of streaming through OBS. A background to characters sounds like good practice for a tabletop GM playing NPCs. Yeah, I'll try. I like that idea. Yeah, just kind of like coming up with character voices and identities and all that. That could be beneficial. It's just an exercise for me to the idea of every week coming up with a character idea and using images as my inspiration just seems fun. I'm trying to do more character work in my comedy career, so keep my acting chops good. Let me play off some stuff. But yeah, I'm going to be doing Twitch Things tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Time as a bonus stream. It will not be a build stream. It will be a Twitch Sings stream. So if you haven't checked that out, if you haven't watched that on my stream, I'll be doing that, so you can come pop in and check that shit out. It's pretty fun. I'm hoping they added a few new songs. I was supposed to do it on Wednesday, but unfortunately could not do an afternoon Twitch Sing stream on Wednesday because I had to go to that meeting that I had where I found out that I was going to get laid off. So that was fun. Rhodes says I'll check it out after the stream is over. Yeah, please do. And yeah, if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, consider doing that. I do send stuff to Patreon first. Patreon always gets the videos that I do before everybody else. But then everything goes up on YouTube the next day. For $5 and $10 supporters on Patreon, they get everything a little early as a thank you. It's the best thing I can offer. So, do wrong here. Oh, okay. That's going to go like that. Yeah, so working on our arms here. Just figuring out what we got to do to make all this work. It goes in like that. And that goes like that. Hell yeah. All right. Got some arm stuff going on. This armor, all these steps make total sense. It's just, haven't done it. I also haven't built a kit in a while, a Gundam. I'm doing a Gunpla in a bit, so I always feel a little rusty when I haven't done anything like this in a while. It's good to figure it out. And, okay. But yeah. That's it for me. Gonna do my uh, gonna sing a little tomorrow. I think it's fun. And then yeah, the idea is to do it in the Twitch Sing app so that I can show up in the background. I have to, although my avatar is incredible. And then I will prep and do that. And then also, when I do it on its own as a solo stream, it allows me to um, do some duets, maybe. And also, it allows me, which I think is very cool and fun, is I can use like not this headset. I can use an actual microphone when I'm doing it separate from doing streams like this, because I don't have to switch things around. So I'm excited to use a actual microphone that goes into a mixing board that then goes out of a mixing board into my computer through a 8-inch jack. I output that out to my computer, and that is pretty cool. And it's pretty cool that I can do that for a stream. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow night. Do a little singing. Have some fun. And maybe we'll sing. And that, honestly, let's be real, y'all. I think you guys and gals and non-binary friends know that sometimes just scream singing can be very good for the old soul. And I could use a little bit of expression. We'll see. I think as I said, I'm still a little numb for the current goings on in my life. I will begin to process what's happening with me, but it is a little hard because your day job shouldn't be your identity. But I am not the kind of person that can't give it. I have to give it my all when I do things. I have to care about things, and because my day job ostensibly is to make sure that people get to do good, funny things and have a good show that works. And a lot of those people, not everyone, but a lot of those people are my friends. Then I am invested in my friends doing a cool thing and getting better at comedy, and having great shows. And my friends are in the audience. Plenty of strangers, but also my friends. So I want to make sure that they're having a great time too. And it adds up a lot of pressure to make sure that the show goes well. And I don't take that for granted. I never have. But it's and like I said, I've been an employee at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater since 2004. I took classes in 2002, interned all the year of 2003, and then became an employee in 2004, and have worked there in some capacity ever since. I have been a tech. Then I started running the tech program and becoming the boss of several people. And then I left teching because so there was this period where Seth Rogen was a leading man, and not just like in comedies and like comedies and dramedies, and like he was the man. He was like the guy. He was the romantic lead in things. So Joe Rogan types were like hot as shit and bankable and bookable. And so I went on a lot of auditions, and I needed to not have a job where I had to be available all the time on other people's schedules. I needed a flexible schedule. So I stopped teching and running the tech program and started working weekends as a manager. I became a house manager, which I enjoyed. I was also getting burned out of teching, so it was a nice change of pace to do something else along with the same company and stay with the same people, but do something else and deal with customers and not my friends who were, performers. So then I had a lot of auditions and booked some stuff and did pretty well for myself. And then it started drying up. But then our second theater, we wanted to open our second theater, and I got asked, would I be the head tech there? And then I said yes, and then it became very clear that the person who was running tech at our Chelsea location at the time um, needed to step down. And so I was helped find a replacement, and then I was in charge of everyone and running a crew of, I think, 11 at the most people, as well as teching, and I did that for a number of years, and then that things changed there, and we decided we need to have a differentiation between the two theaters as far as tech people. And yeah, 15 years at one company, same company. Like I said, I did different jobs and different, went from being an hourly employee to a salaried employee to an hourly employee to a salaried employee. Had health benefits towards the end, which was really nice. Um, Comprehensive benefits, and after some not so comprehensive benefits, and it's really weird to think that in a couple weeks I won't work for that company anymore. As I said, I am 38 years old, and I started working there when I was about to turn 24, and I was 23, so it's like a good chunk of my life has been with the same company, and it's very strange to think about how that is ending. And it's not how I wanted to go out. I would have liked to have been able to move on my terms and not theirs. Um, uh, but they're going to continue. They're closing one of the two locations, and that makes my job unnecessary. And they're going to start doing some programming at another venue that has its own staff. But I am not moving on with the company. They are going to go another direction with it. And I still love the people that work there for the most part. And still have a lot of love for people that perform there. And someday I will be okay with what's happening. But right now I am just mostly hurt. And then also, if we're being honest, and that's certainly what I try to do here, they're fucking up. They're really fucking up because there is no one better at that job than me. I made that job exist. So when I came into the UCB Theater, what you did was you asked people to tech your shows, and you paid them or they did you a favor. The theater didn't hire tech people. The theater didn't have anyone available to tech your shows. It was your job to get someone to tech your show, and you got someone to tech your show. That's how it worked. That's what it was. And I came in as a regular intern, and I learned tech, and I volunteered and did some tech shifts and helped some people out. And then I said, what if you paid me to tech and I worked multiple days? And then what if part of my job as a paid person was I got people to be interns? And so you gave them free classes and they did the work. And then eventually I was like, okay, now what if the people that work at night that are working really hard and you ask them to come in on nights that aren't their nights because you move when shows are, what if you paid them too? And I started getting my people paid. And they were all trained by me, and they knew how to do the job. And some of them were great, and some of them were good, and a couple of them were bad. And I made a mistake and didn't actually train people well enough. And then, towards the end of it, everyone got paid. Because there were people that were still doing it for classes in certain situations, and I made them be able to get paid. And then everyone got paid. And folks that wouldn't have been able to afford classes without it got to take classes. Some unique, interesting voices got to keep doing it. And folks that, had jobs and were able to supplement their income and devote more time to comedy got to do that. And I'm very proud of my legacy which hopefully that'll be when people talk about that, is that I was there all the time and I worked really hard and I made it so other people could get paid to work at a cool place and work and get what they deserved payment wise. And I hope that's my legacy. And then also the legacy is that I was a really fucking good tech person at UCB. I'm the best at it. Uh, I am bragging, but I am not fucking wrong when I tell you that I am exceptionally good at lights and sound for improv, sketch, stand up, which doesn't require much tech, so I don't know why I'm including it, but I am. Character work, I am the best in the business at that. And to let me go is maybe financially better than having somebody with less experience who you can pay less. But certainly is really fucking dumb. I don't like to throw that. I don't like to use that term, so I apologize. It is incredibly misguided and simplistic to think that that makes any sense at all to not have me do the job. I am proud. Hi, Garian. I appreciate that. And bored. Yeah, I am tooting my own horn a bit. I understand. I'm aware that I am tooting the old horn. But I'm proud of my accomplishments, and I'm proud of my abilities. And is this the wrong piece? This is the wrong piece. This is F5. That was F4. That's H4. This is the wrong piece. It's going to go over there. I got all worked up thinking about things. But yeah, I mean, these aren't me. This isn't me bragging. Like, time tested. There used to be a big comedy festival in Aspen, HBO's Aspen Comedy Festival. There's some stand-up specials that came from there that people really know, like the Young Comedian special. It's taped in Aspen. People really care about that. Used to really care about that. That could make or break you. People got TV deals out of that. Before the internet kind of was the way that you get discovered. But Aspen made a lot of sense for people to do and made a bunch of people some money and was a very fucking big deal. And I had a couple people that I worked for, tech for, that went there and came back and said, we wish you could have paid to bring you out there because their techs were bad. And that was a very big, important festival that had bad tech at it. And so that made me feel pretty good that people were like, we wish you had been there. So I don't always talk about my day job stuff. Sometimes I complain about having to answer texts or whatever while I'm doing this. Speaking of which, nope, don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I worked really hard, and I am bummed that it's almost over. But onward and upward to the next thing. I am excited. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. Like I said, I reached out to some people. I'm working on my resume. I don't know what the future holds for me, but I'm going to work really hard, whatever I end up doing. I am going to hopefully be able to continue to do. Certainly, I'm going to continue doing all this. Like I said, if it means I have to change the times that I stream, I'll change the times I have to stream. But it is my genuine belief that I will be able to continue to do this three times a week and make that work. And I endeavor to make that work because I think I love streaming. I love building. I've built a very wonderful community. Y'all are great. I say that I have the best chat, and I'm not. That's not hyperbole. Y'all are great, incredibly supportive of what I do, and which I really appreciate. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing that, and then I'm gonna figure out something. I said in an email to some people that I am willing to do my best with something new and give it my all. I am. I love New York, but I am willing to move. It's an expensive city uh, that I love, and it's the best place to do live comedy in the world, especially the kind of comedy I like to do and like to see. So, uh, you bid. You bidden was taken. Oh, Ubidden was taken. Just subscribe with the tier 1. I apologize that I could not understand what that was. Ubidden was taken. Thank you for the subscription. We're at 55 subs. That's legitimately unbelievable. I so appreciate it. The level of support y'all have shown me is so great. This is a really weird time in my life, as previously stated. And I'm gonna figure it all out. But it's super helpful to have people supporting. I'm glad they told you so far ahead of time. Yes. So Ultron, my company had layoffs in December. Including my manager and my direct supervisor, and that was kind of out of the blue, and that's when a lot of people found out things that some people knew ahead of time, but not everybody, about the state of business and where things were. And so I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, which this is. They got no notice. That theirs was effective immediately. There was severance for some people, which, not to get into it too much, but I'll say that. I'm getting that. But the fact that I was given so much notice, I'm grateful for. And we'll see. We'll see what happens with the rest of it. Let's see. So I won. I1 is here. I1. But yeah, I will say this though. As much as I'm happy to have some notice and be able to make plans and not feel completely caught off guard, it is very weird to be around for the end of a thing that I was there for the beginning of. I worked at this venue since we opened it and tech the first show there, and so it's very strange that I will be closing out that era. Very, very strange. But it's happening, so I'm doing it. We're going to hang out for another 20 minutes or so. We're going to keep working on this kit. I'm excited to continue to build this. We'll be back on Saturday with the next build stream. But like I said, I am doing a bonus stream tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Time till 11:30 probably Eastern. Maybe I'll do the full 2 hours. I don't know. It depends on how long my voice keeps up. And then Saturday we're back again with this kit. I haven't really talked about the kit much because of because there's been a lot of other stuff to talk about. But this is a pretty fun kit so far. I am enjoying it pretty much. And like I said, I do really enjoy this model, so it is fun to build it. Shadow asks, have you ever built the Kotobuki kit? They are released. They are releasing a the Strzelia from Darling in the Franxx in April. I have not built one. That could be a cool kit. I didn't really keep up with Darling in the Franxx. A bunch of people really liked it, and it never hit me. I was always trying it and just never really feeling it. So, yeah. Uh, but yeah, I haven't built one of those. Um, it does look cool though. I did look at it and it looked pretty cool. Yeah, I do a lot of Bandai kits. I think that's most exclusively what I've built. Um, because I really like a lot of the Bandai properties. So it ends up being a lot of the things that I build. Um, is that really one? Okay. All right, so there's our arm. Here's our arm here. We are going to complete the hand. This is the hook here for the weapon. The weapon, the gun, can hook onto this there on the side. So that's over there. Right? Yes. And then the other side is where the shield goes. Because you can have the gun just like attached to the side of the arm, which is cool. This kit has one of my favorite things is that the shield is also where the beam katana hilts live, and I love that idea of like your weapon is being held by your shield. I think that's just like a cool placement. All right, we're gonna build a hand. That's fun. Um, After this kit, I don't know what we're gonna build. Like I said, I know that at least one kit is coming to me from my Amazon wish list. I don't know what the other one is, but my friend Rich has sent me a kit and told me which one he picked up off the wish list. So either I will just immediately start doing that when this is done, or if I have multiple kits, I will do a poll on my the $10 supporters can vote. That is the thing I do consistently. Is that $10 Patreon supporters can vote on what I build next. And so if I have multiple things for my wish list in the queue, then I will just say, hey, choose the one I do next, and then I'll do the other one after that. That is generally my philosophy on that. Ultron says, I always thought the Tallgeese shoulders looked cool in the U shape. Yeah. Yeah, I think the shoulder pieces here are cool. I think this is like neat. Uh, this is like all one big unit. I think that's very cool. I love the blue. As I said, I love the blue in this kit. Looks better in the overhead. Looks so sharp. I think the weapon is incredible looking. I do love the Tallgeese booster rockets. I think this Tallgeese 3, which, is the idea is that like the Epion was an attempt to make for Earth to make its own Gundam based on the Wing Zero prototype. And then the Tallgeese is like, what if we took what we learned from that and put it back into a Tallgeese? So it's like kind of an Epion and kind of a modern take on the Tallgeese, which is just a mech. And I think that's pretty cool. All right, so we got the hand, and in these kind of 1/100 scale kits, what they do is they give you two different kinds of fists, closed fist or open palm. And the open palm is, and there's a bunch of other hands, but they give you the closed fist, which is going to be 15, and then 4. And then they'll also give you the hands that you use if you want to have weapons held. So that will be 2 and 11. And then, as always, you can see on 2 and 11, you can see that there is like an indent there, so you can clip in a weapon. So we'll do the trigger finger on this hand because we will most likely have this hand hold the gun. So we'll do trigger finger one, and then that just clips in And then, yeah, then the weapon will clip into that, and you'll be able to hold the weapon. So we'll just do that. That's the hand. And then the other extras go into the box, because they'll use those in the future. And that's the one hand there. So we're gonna get started on the other arm. We did the right arm, and we'll do the left arm now. It's exactly the same. There's a couple slight changes, but almost completely identical. And as always, once you do it once, do it the other way. Not too hard. Just got to make sure you find the right pieces. And all right. They wanted me to do that twice. I did not do it twice. Sometimes I don't look. This is on me. It wanted me to do that a step I did previously. It wanted me to do it twice, and I did not. I just did it once. So now we'll just do it again. We'll just go back to where it was, and no big deal. It'll be okay, everybody. Nobody freak out. Everyone be chill and cool. Everything is going to be all right. All right. So we get D. We'll need that there. We can do this here. Don't freak out, Ultron. Ultron says they freaked out. Don't freak out. Everyone be cool. It's gonna be all right. Yeah. Everything is gonna be okay. If I'm not freaking out about the things going on in my life, which I'm freaking out a little bit. I'll be honest with y'all. I am freaking out a little bit. The idea that there is an end date where I no longer have a job, and that is a little terrifying. So I am. I don't know. I have I have prospects. I have ideas of things I could do. I have plenty of friends. I had a incredibly wonderful friend who was like, "Hey, let me know if you need help if things get bad," which is unbelievable. To have a support system like that is incredible, and I am very lucky. My mom is getting ready to on Saturday. My mom and dad are going to Florida because they live in South Carolina, but they vacation in Florida every year in January into February. And mom's like, "This is the worst time because we can't like come visit or have you come like they're like you come to Florida." And I was like, "No, it's okay. I don't need that. I really appreciate it and I love them. I love them dearly for that. But it's like, no, it's all right, Mom. Don't worry about it. Enjoy your vacation." They have a lovely time. They have a bunch of friends they see every year that are also vacation at the same like timeshare place with that they stay in every year, which I think is really cool and fun and a little adorable. That they have their travel friends. I think that's really cool. Uh, all right. My real vacation, I guess, will be, I assume. I don't know right now if I'm going to Emerald City Comic Con. One, even before yesterday, did not know if I was going to go. And now, know even less because things are so up in the air with my life. I would like to go. I am hopeful I will be able to go because I really enjoyed it last year and doing videos and stuff for it. So I am hopeful that I will be able to go back and do more cool stuff there because it was really fun. It's so strange to be going to that convention center, the uh, Washington State Convention Center, for not PAX. Like to go for another convention is so weird. It's so quiet on the sixth floor, which is the artist alley. It's still people bustling around and doing stuff, but like there ain't video game consoles and stuff, and like PCs humming as much. So it's pretty odd. It's cool, but it's odd. Um, Asmo says, I'm 37 and November 2019 will be, fingers crossed, 15 years with my current company. Where in your shoes, I'd be catatonic or hysterical. Yeah, so part of it, a part of it is that I am not fully processing it yet, that I have not taken the time to allow myself to fully process what's going on with me. That I will probably soon take the time to be like, this is how I'm actually feeling right now. I need that time. I'm going to give myself that time. Right now, I have not given myself that time. But that is coming. That is that time is soon. Where did F1 go? Where's F1? There's B2. 2. I. C2. Sorry, folks. Try and find this sheet that I need. Oh, there it is. Fell on the floor. I found it. But yeah, Asmo, well, as always for all y'all, I have nothing but hope for continued success, and I hope everything works out for you there. But yeah, like I said, I just honestly and earnestly have not had time to really freak out about it. I'm still clearly, not great about it, but I still have to do my job, and I'm still an employee. I just have an end date, which is a weird thing to think about when you're trying, if you're maybe not trying to think about it. But yeah, it is odd that at a certain point I will not be an employee of the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in any capacity. And that is a weird thing to say because that has been my life for a very long time. So yeah, it's weird. It's just weird. There's no better way to say it. It just feels very strange to know that there'll be a time where that's not where I work. And I allowed myself to get a little sentimental. As I said on the stream, one of the things I'm most proud of is building the thing I was able to do that so many people in comedy who are doing great things right now, part of the reason why they were able to succeed is because there was an opportunity for them to work in exchange for free classes and continue to grow and find their voice and meet people and be part of a community. And the fact that I was able to help with that is a thing that I'll cherish. And also, like I said, being pretty fucking good at it. That's also part of it. All right, so we'll put this on here. Put this there. We're going to finish this hand up. And then once we finish the hand, that will be the end of our stream for tonight. I'm going to find this D here and make these hands, which is this color there. So it's right here. There you go. Yes. So we'll do the hand, and then I will wrap up for tonight anyway. Thanks so much for everybody who hung out in the chat. Thanks for everybody that was talking. Those that were just lurking while you did other things, always appreciated, always okay. You don't have to watch and contribute. Watching is great, but you don't have to contribute to conversation. It is nice, especially now that I'm going to be doing this 3 times a week. My next build stream will be Saturday. This coming Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern, same times as I did here. What do I need? Okay. And then tomorrow I'm going to do a bonus stream. It was fun seeing all the new followers and subs tonight. It was fun, Board. You're right. You're welcome. And thank you. But yeah. I need K1. 11, 7, great. But yeah, I am Hungarian. You're welcome. once again, tomorrow I am doing a bonus stream at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be building, or not building, I won't be building anything. Uh, Thank you, Asmo. Appreciate it very much. Tomorrow I'm just going to be doing Twitch Sings, which is a karaoke style application, a partnership between Harmonix and Twitch. I am in the beta for that, or the beta, if that's your deal. So I will be doing some songs in that game. Just kind of play around with it and have some fun with it. So I hope you will join me tomorrow if you're available for that. If not, hope to see you on Saturday or on Monday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time until 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I think that's when I said I'm going to do it. I have to double check when I said I was going to do it. I might have said 3 to 5, but I don't know. I'm going to look at it. But on Monday, I'm going to start streaming and do a third stream. I'm very excited about it. So thanks so much for joining me, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow for some singing and on Saturday for some building. Thanks for joining me, and have a great rest of your Thursday. Bye-bye.